Yes.
Even
Right,
though
let's go.
it's funny.
Although I thought it was funny. Let's go.
Oh, I don't have this with me. Are you filming? On yours?
Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Wait for what? Whether it be 3 days or decades, he would always be a fat, old man. I hate being disappointed, Smee. I hate living in this flawed body. I hate living in Neverland. And I hate Peter Pan. Smee. Smee. I've just had a sublime mission. All these jagged parts of my life have come together to complete a mystical whole. An epiphany.
An epiphany what?
My life is over.
You've lost your appetite?
Yes. Goodbye.
Wait, Captain, what are you doing? You're not getting dramatic again, are you?
Goodbye, Smee.
Captain, why don't we go play with your island? With the Lost Boys and the Indians and all the little boats and everything?
There's no stopping me this time, Smee.
Oh,
This
no,
is it.
not
Don't make a
again.
move, Smee. Not a step. My finger's on the trigger. Don't try to stop me, Smee.
Captain,
This is it. Don't try to stop me this time, Smee. Don't try to stop me this time, Smee. Don't try and stop me this time, Smee. Try and stop me, Smee. Please, Smee. Smee, try and stop me, Smee. Smee, what are you doing? Try and stop me, Smee. Don't you ever try and scare me like that again.
I'm sorry, Captain. Now let's fix you a nice plate of food.
What, are you a sadist?
1, 2, 3, 4. Skibidi-bidi-ding dong. Skibidi-bidi-doo. Skip, 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 bound. Dooby-dooby-doo. Skip, bound, doody, bound. Skip, bop, doody, bong.
Okay, and we are recording. You
I'm recording.
You are ready. You're sat in frame. The mic is blocking your face quite a lot there, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Excuse me, buddy, friend. Forgotten your name. Yeah, that's great.
Can you see me? I can see the camera pretty well.
yeah, we can see you, mate. We can see you.
These fucking day players, they're always such a prima donna.
Yeah, you're doing great, buddy. Great, fantastic work there, friend.
This is my good side, by the way.
Yeah.
Is she gonna be standing over there, or?
Don't worry about that. You're actually she's not going to be here today, actually, buddy. It's going to be Scarlett's going to be in she's shooting this in LA. We're in a shed in Pinewood.
So that's the tennis ball is that's Scarlett,
that's
your Hansen.
The disclosure agreement, mate. Let's not yeah. I'm not actually privy to that information with you.
It's like it's gonna just kind of change my performance just a little bit, or my just
like you did on your self tape, just exactly the same. I know it was 4 months ago, but do it exactly the same. If you could do it exactly the same, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Cut, that's perfect. Yeah, we're actually good. We only needed your face for a second. We're going to CGI the rest in. Don't worry about it. Thank you, orc number 1.
Welcome back to the long game.
Yes.
This is the long game.
It's the long game.
Damn all the rest.
It's a long game after all. It's a long game after all. Yeah, and you know what? Looking at this is what a long game is. This is if I just scroll. I'm sure if you did the same.
You're scrolling on.
I'm scrolling on my videos that are on my iPad, which are just like literal. It's just I'll show it here. It's just years of all
years of the long game.
I've done. The long game it goes on forever. Anyway,
yeah,
and it's gonna keep going.
Mine is on the old computer, but every time, but that's the thing. Like every time you edit something, you are constantly reminded of all the tapes you've done and new tapes, and you look back and you're like, The funny thing, I always look at my how long my hair is.
Me too.
So I can
Jesus.
see like, oh shit. That
Some
was
of them, my hair is so long.
Yeah. Yeah, very.
And I look at it and go, I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't get the part, because my hair's off-puttingly long.
I know, yeah. It's always like, every time I watch back on it, I'm like, why the fuck did I look like that? Like, similar to today, I will look back on this and I will wonder why I put my old hockey shirt
I think it looks pretty
and
cool. Looks pretty good.
Well,
Representing London Lions. Please give us courtside tickets when we're famous.
We want that sofa. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
that was
guy?
Martin's sofa.
Yeah.
That was a promotional thing for Heady
Yeah.
One's track Martin's sofa, which you performed.
That's what we want.
One-way trip to Martin's sofa.
We'll do the podcast
Feel like
on
I was
the
lost
in-
up for a
as the
normal
game,
one-way
yeah.
trip to Martin's sofa. Bro, go
Well,
see London Lions. They're
go see London
doing
Lions.
the most to entertain the
Yeah,
fans.
yeah,
man.
they are fucking
They
great.
want more
Yeah.
people to go to those games,
More
and we are going to
100%.
try and go as well.
We're gonna go as soon as we can, as soon as we have time this year. Has it
Yes.
been a busy year? How's your year been? Actually, let's backtrack all the way to
The last time?
just before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Just before Christmas.
So like South Pole-ish time.
Well, we're heading up to the south, heading down to the South Pole.
We're heading down.
That's why I'm going to the South Pole this Christmas.
We'll play. I'll at the end of this podcast the
That
video
was-
version.
yeah.
Oh, in the normal version as well. I'll put my version of
Yes.
the South Pole.
Yeah.
No roads lead to South Pole.
No roads lead there. No. And I'm not sure if the South Pole surfers will lead anywhere either. We never know. But
We never know when they will show
at the
up
moment
again.
with our own work, it's just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it, and like because it's fun and we just put it out there. We don't really know where it will take us or whether it will, but it's more for our own sanity than anything,
Yeah.
because it's just
Or insanity.
good to do. Yes,
Yeah.
to stay completely bonkers.
What have you done since Christmas? So how was it, Christmas and New Year's?
It was lovely, actually. I went to Scotland, and I always feel like this happened last Christmas and the Christmas before. I'll have had not much coming in, and then all of a sudden in the lead up to Christmas I'll get loads of tapes and castings. I can't remember any of them now apart from the one that I actually got, which was for a play called Teresa.
Yeah. I wonder if it's better to put this one on the other side. Sorry,
That's okay.
I just interrupted
It
you.
was written and directed by Julia Pascal.
Oh
Funnily enough, shares your namesake for her second name, Pascal. And
If we get married, I'll be Pascal.
Pascal.
That's a pretty cool name.
So she is a director and writer who's been quite prolific in her time, done a whole bunch of plays.
We can just see the other phone, which is a bit weird.
This
but
is
whatever.
it weird? Okay. It's an Apple advert now.
Yeah, whatever.
Then anyway.
It is what it is. There's
It
the
is
camera.
what it is. Yeah, here it is. And now I can see your camera too. Hi. Anyway, Julia Pascal wrote and directed a trilogy called the Holocaust Trilogy. It's 3 plays, all based on events coming from the Holocaust. And it was done on Holocaust Memorial Day, which was the 28th of January at Berg House in Hampstead. It was a one-off, although it was 3 weeks of rehearsal that was kind of part-time because it was a rehearsed reading. It was way more than a rehearsed reading though. We did like so much work on it. I was playing trumpet, I was singing songs, I danced and played every male part in the production. So I counted 10 parts,
Jesus.
10 different characters,
10
including
different
real
hats.
people like Neville Chamberlain, who was
wow.
Prime Minister of
Yeah.
England at the time. I did his speech, which I still I can do in my sleep now. I'll do it later.
Do it later.
Do
We
it
wanna
later.
see
But
this.
yeah, which would be quite funny to do it almost exactly like how he's doing it, sitting down in his office. It's great. There's a photo of him, a sort of sepia black and white photo of him. He's like this because people were so freaked out by microphones and the sound of their own voice at the time. That's why all radio sounded like
Yeah.
This is the
'Cause they thought
BBC.
They thought we were
from-
going to be electrocuted.
Yes,
They weren't
staying
sure
far
about
away
that.
from it. What is this? Stop making me. Why am I talking into this? Who can hear me? Where are you people?
Also, all the
Yeah.
old kind of transmitters and stuff, they made it weird. Like they made sounds.
Yeah.
Like it was like
It was like-
when you turn it on. Yeah.
But yeah, he's sitting there like this. Anyway, so yeah, played loads of characters. It was a really good rehearsal process, really good working with Julia Pascal and also Conrad Cohen, who was the assistant director, and the rest of the cast. Were all amazing actors and performers. It was really good. I got that job right before Christmas. In fact, I went down to like the last day, so 23rd of December, I believe, or 22nd, Friday, 5:30 p.m. I'd finished work and then was like, right, I'm going to do an audition now. My last day of work, go off to do an audition. That was my recall. I'd done the audition a week or so before, got asked back for a recall, and it went really well. I was kind of hoping that the recall would be exactly how it ended up being, because I'd already done like a workshop on the play with her in a sort of like open audition, which was quite funny anyway, because when I first got the call that it was going to be a rehearsed reading and I was going to do all the male parts, I thought I was going to turn up for an audition that was going to be, I was the only guy reading in all the male parts, and we were all going to be sat down, but that wasn't the case. I got there for the first audition, which was held at King's College London, on Kingsway, in the Virginia Woolf building.
I think I've been there.
Yeah, and it's right next to the Peacock Theatre actually.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case, because I got there and it was like 4 or 5 other guys, varying ages, all being tried out for basically the male parts. And we workshopped the play, did a bunch of different things. I had to do a monologue that was from the play too, which I semi-prepared. You hadn't had much time. Yeah, and I thought it went pretty well. And then was excited to get back for the recall, but because I'd done all these different auditions leading up to that, and had then basically done all this work, I'd been working and leading up to Christmas, and I was about to go to Scotland. I had in my mind, I was like, wouldn't it be great if like a director actually just wanted to talk to me as an actor, and not just like I have to perform again, which is obviously we have to perform whenever. But it was a really great experience, because that actually happened. It was like my wish came true. I got there and she went, look, I really like you. I think like you'd be great for this part, and I'm looking for younger talented actors, because she's spent quite a lot of time. She used to work at the National as an actress, and then I think also did a directing program there. So she's been working a long time. And before we all got to the audition, she basically said like, look, I'm looking for new people to work with, because most of the people I've worked with on things before, they've retired or they've moved on, they've gotten famous and things like that. I usually like to work with the same group of people, so I'm looking for new faces basically. And basically she got me there and said, look, I think you're great for most of the parts, but I want to know if you can play older. So we just
Go on.
no, it's all right. Then we tried out me reading one of the older parts. She gave me some really good direction. We did it a couple of times, and then basically we sat and chatted for about an hour, just about acting and about directing and everything. And then by the end of it, she was like, "I'm going to give you the part," and I was like, "Great," which was a great
all the parts.
all the parts basically. Yeah. And she was like, "I'd love to have you on board," and it was brilliant, because then I was like, "Perfect, I've got a job before going to Christmas," and the best thing is I've got a job in January, because the last few Januaries you go through, if you don't get one before Christmas, you're like, I know I'm not working in January, because nobody's
and
casting.
Probably not even in February.
Probably not. Well, but anyway, the show went really well. The one thing I was sad about was that it wasn't gonna go any further. It would just be that one show. But I got a message from her the other day that said the show's getting renewed. We've been asked back to go there for Refugee Week, because obviously the play is about basically about refugees, because it's actually quite resonant with everything that's going on at the moment, because the play bases itself around a professor of music at Vienna Conservatory of Music, in 1938 when Jewish teachers are banned from teaching, basically, and she flees to London, and in London she starts working as, you could only get jobs as nannies or cooks or maids, and she gets a job as a nanny working for this family who, when the war is announced, moved to Guernsey, which is an island, a Channel island, which got taken over by the Nazis and evacuated by all British military personnel. So she goes there and gets trapped as a Jewish woman on this island that's now run by the Nazis, and the British can't help her. And the play does focus a lot on how in Guernsey there was a lot of collaboration that went on with the Nazis, like it did in France, like it did in Holland, and many places that were taken over by Germany. A lot of like local collaboration went into rooting out people who were in hiding from the Nazis. And the play basically focuses on how, the police force there. I played a policeman who was a real guy. There's records of him and everything, and all the letters that he wrote to the Gestapo.
Did you find?
Yeah.
Did you find his letters?
Oh yeah. I read them. They were all, everything I read in the play was real.
Well, so
for him.
They've been translated then from.
Well, no, they speak English in Guernsey. They consider themselves English.
Right. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the German Gestapo.
No. Some of them will have been translated, yes.
Yeah.
But there's tons of records on the island that have actually been transposed and looked at by Julia. And yeah, that was what was so fascinating about it all. I really loved it, and now it's coming back because it is essentially a play that is about refugees and shows now like kind of the correlations between everything that's happening in the wars that are going on around us, and sort of like offers up a really interesting perspective on that. So yeah, I did that. That was really good.
Will it be just the one performance again, or will it?
I think it might be. It might be one or it might be three. I can't remember. She sent 3 dates that are potential dates for it. It may. Hopefully, it will be 3 shows because it was really nice at Berg House, which is like a listed. It's a listed like Georgian building in Hampstead, and we performed it in the music room. I'll send you some pictures, but basically it was like. Kind of like a Victorian Georgian drawing room with a piano and candles and stuff. It was really nice, and like we had like 75 people crammed in there. Yeah. It was a really tight space, but it went really well. And I learned
75 people.
Yeah, I learned a lot from it. Well, it sold out really quickly as well.
Yeah,
I had to like squeeze. I had to squeeze friends in basically, and just was like turn up on the day, and like, they'll just have to let you in.
Yeah.
Well, no, but now you get to see it again, which is good.
Yeah, no, I will, because I wanted to make it like all these ideas for the long game, but I wanted to make it like I wanted to film like going to the play.
That'd be nice.
And
you should have told Johan to, but he did film some of me.
I'll do it next time.
Yeah.
I'll do it like a day out.
Sure.
A day out with the long game.
A day out with the long game. We should totally do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some tea.
Go for it.
Huddle Up, including
penguins in their places.
Camera rolling? Okay, do you have the tree? Is that the tree? Okay, you ready? Everyone ready?
Now welcome to the stage, the South Pole Surfers.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Napoleon. So, this is our band on our family couch here in the South Pole. Now, I'll introduce you to our lead guitarist and one of the leaders of our band who writes most of our songs, Napoleon. How's things down south?
We're just gonna smoke. Come on, cool.
Hey,
it's a family show.
You don't see us doing
This
this.
is a
Fine.
family
If we're
show.
talking
It's a
about
family
it's
show.
a
Family show.
Yeah, you just
Or
got that minute
is
in.
it?
It's a family show. Antarctica, this vast, inhospitable wasteland, is almost completely devoid of life. But even here, on this deadly, icy tundra, there are some creatures that call it home.
That's nice stuff. Good. This is gonna be like the weirdest documentary I've ever seen in my life.
Forget, guys. This is all about Jesus.
This is all about.
It's all about one
Christmas.
guy.
Okay, how do you kind of take in the.
I said 1, 2, 3 and walk around the mic. Yeah.
Penguin Minister. Good evening, I'm the Penguin Minister.
Come to the South Pole, sing this song. Oh, I'm going to the South.
Well, the North Pole celebrations got a lot of things to give. They got Santa and the reindeer, 'cause that's where Santa lives. If you're looking for sweets, they can't be beat. They got candy canes galore. They got Christmas lights and that's all that, but I want something more. That's why I'm going to the South Pole this Christmas. Yeah, I'm going to the South Pole this Christmas. 9 million penguins can't be wrong, so come to the South Pole and sing this song. Yeah, I'm going to the South Pole. The South Pole holiday for Christmas time this year is all that's on my list, 'cause all the coolest cats are here. Sure, the North Pole guys all know how to fly and keep their antlers trim, but Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer sure don't know how to swim. So I'm going to the South Pole this Christmas. Yeah, I'm going to the South Pole.
Anyway, yeah, so that was Teresa, and I had an audition a couple of weeks ago that I got.
That's bloody nice.
Let's answer that.
That is really, really nice.
Can we pencil you in for? But yeah, no, I did an audition for British Airways.
What was that? What were you thinking about? What was that so hard to remember?
I was thinking, what is it? And then I was thinking, should I say it if I haven't got the
I
part?
see,
And then I was just sort of like holding back, and then I was like, British Airways. Anyway, it was an audition for British Airways.
BA.
I've been penciled for it, and the recall, we don't know whether it's happening yet. The shooting date is soon, so I'm wondering now whether they'll ever get back to me. But we'll see. Anyway, it was good. I enjoyed that casting. It was to be like a Jane Austen guy. It's so funny, man. I'm seeing all these adverts.
But I love those adverts. I've seen those
they're
type of
great.
adverts before, and I think it's a great idea. I mean, you
I hope
can't.
I get it,
Obviously,
man.
everyone can't do it. Then it would just be too much. But essentially, it's like two periods mixed in together.
Yeah. I love that though.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I've been up to. So it's been a pretty good start to the year for me. It was pretty intense most of January. I didn't see many of my friends or do anything other than rehearse.
I didn't see many of my friends.
My friends. Don't ask me if I'm free on Thursday night because I am rehearsing. Yeah. Well, it was an interesting part of it was because it was part-time rehearsals, so I'd work every day 6 a.m. to 2:30. Well, not literally from 6 a.m. So I'm just saying that for dramatic effect. So I'm getting up at that time. But anyway, yeah, I'm working, then going to rehearsal, and then for this casting, it wasn't self-tape; it was in person. Bang Studios, where I seem to constantly end up.
Yeah.
I love it there though; they're nice. And I know where it is. That's the nice thing. Once you've been to a casting place enough times, you're like, yep, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's not the one near off Oxford Street.
It is.
Oh, it is
Just
that
off
one.
Oxford Street in that little passage.
That's right. Yeah.
It's nice there.
Yeah, I know that one by heart as well.
Yeah, I've been there so many times.
And every time I go in, I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna get this one.
Not again. Oh, bang.
Oh, bangly bang bang.
Anyway, yeah, and kind of looking forward to whatever project comes next. I've been thinking about getting back into The Wanderer. I just had like a wave of inspiration about it again today.
Oh shit.
Has it stopped recording?
Yeah.
That's okay. You've been filmed the whole time.
But I checked it like literally 2 minutes ago.
Oh, that's
so
fine.
You'll be fine. I'm just gonna. Yeah, this is the problem when you're a poor actor and you have to.
You could be poor.
And all the memories gone from your phone because you take so many nice photos of your girlfriend and your cat.
Well, yeah, and you do so many self-tapes on it, and you kind of don't get rid of them for some reason. But, yeah, that was one thing. Apple, doing my taxes and seeing how much the price of iCloud storage went up. I went from like $249 to $449. Yeah. Who knows where we'll go next?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, it's not that much money to pay to get that extra 100 gig that I need, and you think it's going to be loads, and then it's
I'm
not.
going to get on that because I've got loads of hard drives that are just currently full.
They're full.
It's full of ideas that never. But this podcast is an opportunity to finally get some of that shit out from the storage space.
Get it out
and see how brilliant our minds are.
And also just clear up space.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what else? Is there anything else you've done that you want to bring up or share?
No, we did penguins just before Christmas. Have we spoken about
Oh
penguins
yeah,
on
we
the
could.
podcast?
Yeah, we could.
Or do you want to talk about what you've been up to?
Yeah, yeah. If I share what I've been up to, and then we can.
Yes.
We can.
Let's
go
do that.
Into penguins afterwards.
Penguin.
Penguins. It will be like a song now. Probably.
Yeah, probably. Bring on the song.
Yeah. Oh, Frederick.
Lovelier than
Or we just do this one straight because we're like, yeah, no, we don't want to be the singer-songy guys. No, we do want to be the singer-songy guys.
That's true.
On lands, they stumble like drunk sailors, but in the sea, they are as graceful as sea nymphs.
Every Christmas night I'm a walking to you, but I'd rather see swimming with you. Oh.
I bet you'd noticed that we're all penguins, but we're not all penguins, are we?
Something that might help all those grumpies out there is talking about a nice Christmas memory. For instance, I remember my first Christmas.
My first Christmas was with my family. A gray little froth ball, as cute as one could be. The wind was really chilly and cutting through my beard. My father held me close, then he said to me, you gotta huddle up, 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 huddle up. It may be summer, but it's still for a reason. Christmas time on the South Pole. So gather close now for some good old squeezing to keep you out the cold.
Huddle up, huddle up, together in tight. Huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, together in tight.
Yeah, just before, I think in the last podcast, but just before Christmas in December, I did for a week Panto on Ice.
Whoa!
Get that
Actually,
tick.
there's a. I can see in the background there. I can see in the background. Keep talking, Pascal.
Oh no.
Keep talking. Here it comes.
Yeah, I played this guy who you'll see in the photograph here.
There he is. Look, and I take it away. There he is. Yeah. There he is.
We all know and love Captain Hook.
Yes.
Sweet. Fuck. Hang on.
Fun.
Sorry, I played Captain Hook in Peter Pan on Ice up at Alexandra Palace.
Captain Hook.
Which was really fun. It was a very different experience to what I've probably have done before, been used to, is used to.
Well, yeah, you're acting on ice skates.
Yeah. I got to show off my ice skating skill, which is very fitting as well because I'm wearing an ice hockey jersey. I'm just like a little boy again.
Up the Limham.
Glue Harbour representing. Yeah, so not only that, also it was a backing track. It's weird. If anyone here has done, I think they do it the same in Disney on Ice, but most of these shows they can't actually speak and do the lines, sing or speak and do the lines at the same time as they're skating because there's so many technical bits and you get a bit out of breath as well sometimes that they record a backing track.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, another double parallel. Peter Pan. Oh, Jesus. Stay there just for a.
Oh, honestly,
minute.
like, I'll explain.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I'll explain a few bits that I did there. But yeah, so everything's a backing track. So and I was kind of like I was cast very late going into this because I'm not a figure skater. I'm a hockey player. Well, I'm a hockey player by hobby.
By nature.
And but I knew the director. She's a coach, figure skating coach at Alexandra Palace. I know her, Becky. Also a children's chaperone
Coach
at
Becky.
Matilda in West End, and also the Miss. Very good girl, very nice girl. That sounded so weird. Sorry. I'll take that again. She's a very, very nice woman. Very kind.
She's just a really great person.
She's just a very good person.
Just love Becky so much. Sorry.
Cut. So I had about 5 rehearsals, I think, before we did 3 performances for school performances, and then the public we sold it to the public after that. We sold it to the public.
Here you go.
Here you go. You know exactly what you want. And so yeah, so basically I had to then go out there on the ice and act and do some, not many tricks, but some tricks.
Well, now we know for self-tape asks you to do tricks.
Yeah.
Bunny is there, maybe the video gives you do tricks, which I've been asked to do recently.
For Bunny?
No.
For Bunny, sorry.
No, for Bunny is like as in inverted commas.
Oh, I see.
Like,
Yeah.
do tricks. I had to do tricks on my
cycle.
bike recently,
Yeah.
and I could not do tricks. But it's good to be able to do tricks.
Cause we don't have time to do this. We
Yeah.
don't have time to set up, to get dressed in the morning, goddammit.
We are but poor actors.
Yeah. What was I saying? So, so what was interesting this time, doing this was that I listened a lot. So I had to listen to the backing track. So I knew what I was doing. But also so I could listen to the voice actor who did Hook. Because it wasn't me. Because they had to pre-record that way before I was even thought
Probably
so.
years ago.
No, they did it. They did it just a few months before,
nice.
but I wasn't considered by that at that time because I was kind of like last minute. No, so it was just interesting because I kind of adapted my performance after his voice mainly, and then
That must be really interesting.
yeah, and
Hear a voice and then physically
trying to do it physically,
transfer that. Yeah.
It was really strange, but I kind of took help from some of my like favorite pirates. So obviously I watched Hook in preparation because Dustin Hoffman is the greatest Hook.
Crazy.
It just is.
It's so crazy that I don't even know it's him. That's kind of the mark
No
of a
one
good
knows it's him.
performance.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
everyone knows it's him now, but
Yeah.
like, he kind of like he kind of disappears into the character.
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah.
And
That's what we were always taught.
Yeah.
If you can forget that they're them,
exactly.
then you did a good
And
job.
then Jack Sparrow, I guess it was a little bit, but much less of the
Yeah.
drunkenness because
Yes, well, because it's for kids.
it's for children.
Okay,
So-
recording again on you now, just so you know.
Oh, here we
that
go.
was still
I'm back
transferring.
again.
He's back, folks.
Yeah, so that was fun to do that just as a little. For me, it's just like a fun little gig that I had the opportunity to do, and I got to skate and act and do a bit of fun stuff,
Love
play
that.
around, play
Yeah.
the fool. That's all I'm for.
Skate.
Yeah.
How long did each performance last?
About 2 hours, I think.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. Were you on the ice like loads?
I was on the ice a fair bit, but much of the story is kind of like eaten up by all of these figures, like numbers.
Yeah.
Where like Peter Pan has a number after a bit of dialogue.
Is it
like
quite
a
musical?
song. Yeah.
Ah.
Because it's also there to promote a lot of the figure skating
Uh-huh.
or figure skating dancing and
Mhm,
such like that.
mhm.
That's why I was like, it's not really what
Yeah.
I do. But
You're just there like,
I'm happy. Yeah, no, but I did. I did. Me and Emma Moore played Peter Pan, and she also played Matilda back in the days. I say back in the days. It's only about 5 years
Matilda
ago,
like
probably.
on ice or Matilda?
No, Matilda the musical. Matilda.
Didn't know there was Matilda. Right?
No, she played Matilda in the musical in the West End.
Nice.
And then similar to you, I also got like I got a job early January, which is like I had a similar thinking process as
Yeah.
you had, where you're like, fuck yeah, good start.
Good start. A job in Jan.
Yeah, job
A
in
Jan
Jan.
job.
Jan job, yeah. You do fuck dry Jan. Jan job.
Job Jan.
Yeah.
Work Jan.
Yeah, acting Jan. Anyone Jan.
Jan the man. Jan can.
The can.
Because you Jan.
That's one of the songs in Hook. Oh, in Peter Pan.
Oh.
It's Jan.
Is it
Jan,
really?
Jan.
I thought you were thinking about
Can.
Moulin Rouge.
No, in
Moulin Rouge.
on the ice.
Ah, on the ice.
I did a commercial 2 weeks ago now, I think it is, back in Sweden.
Oh, Sverige.
Yeah. Say Skåne.
Skåne.
Yeah. Keep that one.
That's the way everyone tells me that. That's what people in Skåne say. They're like,
Yeah, that's the
they
way
would
it's
say it
said.
like Skåne. Because in Skåne we're so cool, man.
Yeah.
Too cool for Skåne. I want to know all the regional because it's like, but that's funny because obviously,
more tea?
yeah, obviously in England you'd get like you'd be like, oh, I'm from Liverpool, and it's just, oh, Liverpool. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's exactly.
So I'm from Manchester. Yeah, man, Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
Manchester, Liam Gallagher, innit?
And then you're like Glasgow.
You just go Lemmy now, I think. Glasgow.
Glasgow.
I'm from Yorker. I'm not from Yorker.
You sound like you from London.
Yeah. But that's the same. It's exactly the same as like. It's like, oh, I
what's
support
all
West
this?
Ham. Oh, West Ham.
I was saying.
Same as going Skåne.
Yeah. Yeah, commercial for a credit card brand.
Credit card brand.
Credit card brand.
Yeah, I suppose it's a brand of credit card. You I guess a credit card company, but like
credit
you would
card
have a
company.
brand because there's only like aren't there only like
What do I know
Flippin'.
about credit cards?
I'm just an actor.
I'm just an actor.
I'm just Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that was, but yeah, it was I thought the team was brilliant. Like they were so efficient and professional, and it was really fun. Like quick day. It felt like we were constantly doing stuff, and I quite like when that happens because
Yeah, you're not
as
waiting
soon
around,
as you have like a
yeah.
too long time to just like drift away, then it dies. So and the team was really good. So I hope to work with them again on something else because now I've done credit cards, so now I can't do credit cards.
Yeah, that's true. At least not for a few years.
Yeah,
You don't want to become the credit card
I don't want
guy.
to be the credit card guy.
Ah,
I want to be the milk guy.
Bro, I'll tell you what, I'd like to be the
dairy guy.
goddamn McDonald's guy.
Yeah. With my pajama.
Yeah, but no, I mean the guy does all the voiceovers, man. That guy's been acting for years.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The new McCrispy from McDonald's.
That's it.
Deliveries
and then,
on Just Eat.
a few self tapes. Actually, it's been like I had like 4 self tapes and the job in January, which I felt like, whew.
Wow!
Wowsy! Is how it's like?
Is this what it's like being
a
real actor?
Yeah. No, it just felt like a bit
boy.
how it was just before COVID, because I felt like just before COVID, things was coming in, and then it's just like became a long kind of like blur, and then now we're back.
Yeah.
All of them were
before
pretty.
COVID.
Yeah. All of them were pretty fun to do. Oh, I'll tell you what I did with the commercial that I actually got. How I did a slightly different, and I think probably many actors do this because you do so many self tapes. You get to a point when you're like, I don't even fucking know what the formula is for this, so I'll just make some shit up.
Yeah.
Like you do it slightly differently. Like you start doing some of them outside maybe. You start adding more to it.
Yeah.
You might even move it around a bit. And in this particular one, I was kind of like, they wanted me to say all the lines, so like play all the characters basically at some point. But what I did, rather than just like using the footage where I go in as one of the guys and then let that run until the end, and then the next scene would then be with the other guy, let that run to the end. I cut them together, edited them together. Afterwards, I thought like, oh, it'd be even funnier if I actually swapped clothes and did it like properly, but I didn't have much time. So
Transition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't have much time, so I did it very simple.
Good.
And I was told by the client that he really liked that. It sounds a bit weird.
You're a good girl.
I was just
Really
like
the way
patting
you did
myself
that
on the back.
transition,
Yeah.
Pascal.
No, it was just nice to hear it because then like, oh, there isn't really a formula, and that's a bit weird to say, but it also comes down to...
it comes down to so many different variables, because it can really come down to, the casting director can like one thing, the director can like another thing, and then especially with commercials, the client can decide they want to see you in hats.
Yeah, exactly. And they've got the bucks.
And they got the power.
Yeah.
It's late on a Saturday night, and I'm alone. You are with your man in your family home. The only evening I get is Friday. Girl, I wish every day of the week was my day. We keep meeting in the shadows, you and I. Now there's a whole time. And I'm getting cold, waiting for you, girl. Without you here with me, there's nothing to do. Without you, I'm lying on my bed, thinking of you. Without you, and I keep telling you to leave your man, and you keep telling me, try to understand. Just wait a bit longer, and I'll be yours. What we got's worth waiting for. We keep meeting in the shadows, you and I. But I'm tired of all our lies. I'm getting cold, waiting for you, girl. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. Waiting for you, girl.
And then a few other self-tapes, but they were kind of just like more straight.
Yeah.
I did them normal. One of them was for a show that I obviously every time you like do a self-tape for something, you, especially if it's like a show that you can watch, then you're like, oh, I want to watch this show because I want to see what it's all about.
Yeah. What show is it?
So this is called Cheaters. And it's on BBC.
Yeah, I've heard
it's
of
a
this.
miniseries. It's filmed impeccable. Like everything is filmed in South London, but maybe it mainly takes place inside these people's homes, and it's only like 10 minutes episodes.
Cool.
But they use an intimacy coordinator, and I've worked with intimacy coordinators, and I found it so useful.
Yes.
And also fun.
Yeah.
Especially in like circumstances where it's gonna get awkward.
Yeah.
You know, if you're half naked with a stranger.
I think
that's
it's
weird.
clearly very
But
important.
also because like, and you probably know this as well, when you've been in a relationship for a long time, you know these like little tiny things that you do with each other, which sometimes doesn't happen on screen.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't always feel. Sometimes actors nail it in films, but you can see if like a relationship is very generalized to like straight away.
Yeah.
And I think with an intimacy coordinator, it's very helpful to get more close.
Yeah.
In a way.
And feel comfortable, basically.
And feel comfortable doing all the stuff that you would do as a couple.
Yeah, man.
That's
I mean, I personally
you have
haven't
to
done.
naturally like be a couple, but you know you've got your missus at home.
Exactly. I mean, I had this running joke with Ray, and somebody was talking to me about it recently. It was like, what's it like when you like have to kiss another actor? And I was like, funnily enough, I feel like all actors are always prepared to kiss.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I remember it happened quite a lot at drama school, and then actually it happened in a casting recently.
Yeah.
That wasn't kissing, that was holding hands. But it's always funny, like you know that in the text you can tell there would definitely be a kiss here, or an embrace, or anything like that, something intimate. And there's always a point in rehearsal, whether you're doing it for the first time especially, where there's sort of like an awkward moment where the actors are like, we're acting, and then it comes to like, and then it's like the director has to go, and I if you could
Yeah.
kiss, or if
Yeah.
you feel comfortable kiss, or
So
if
strange,
is it okay if he holds your hand? It's always like the answer is always going to be yes. Because not always like I'm talking about small situations like it's very clear in the text and it's the first time you do it. I remember when we did the Sun with Johan. It was the same thing. It was like it was definitely in there, and he asked Adam and Sophie, is like, and now if it's okay with you guys, maybe if you feel ready, you can kiss.
They're a couple,
and they kissed straight away. Now they're a couple. So so that was that's where intimacy coordination can also get you other places.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I think I've never done it like past kissing.
Yeah.
Ever in my life.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Yeah, but I can imagine, like, when I think about it, it does make me very insecure. Like, you'd be worried about that. Like, it's a strange concept.
Yeah.
So that's where I think intimacy coordination is. They're doing good work out there, folks.
They're doing very good work.
So, yeah.
So that, I mean, it was a few weeks ago now, so I doubt they moved on, but it's not until, like, May, I think. Or maybe it was March. It was something I did.
That is a funny one. Would it be for a day player?
Multiple episodes.
Oh, that'd be cool. But I'm still, sometimes with TV, like, I remember with the gold, like, I was like, that one's gone. It felt like a month had passed by the time they got back to me and randomly like, you got the part.
How long was it, though?
I think it was 3 weeks.
Oh, it was?
They're almost 4 between doing the self-tape and, like... Then they got back to me after 3 weeks going, just by the way, like, you're still in the mix. I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, a week later, or, like, roughly a week later, I was, at the pub with Max and during the daytime, and I just randomly got, like, you got the part. Yeah. But, like, that I felt like was good ages. Feeling. I mean, it was a great feeling. And I hope that I get that feeling again with the bar. Bar. It's funny, it's like I literally, it's so stupid to begin not using code words at all, and then by the end of it I'm now like, bah, if you know what that means.
That would be a great advert, just like a bunch of sheep going, bah.
There's actually a really good example of acting an animal in Poor Things, if you've seen it.
No, I'm gonna go and watch it this week.
There's a bit where an actor like gets their brain swapped with an animal, and the actor's doing a really good job of being an animal. It's quite funny.
Emma Stone. She's always I've liked her ever since Superbad. Like I thought she was hilarious.
I know, Did you ever see Easy A as well?
But I watched it.
Funnily enough, I remember when I may be tripping here, but I remember when her self-tape for Easy A
came out
on YouTube or something, and I was like, is this part of the film? Because I hadn't seen it yet and I didn't know what like a self-tape was, but her acting in it was brilliant, and I was like, what is this? This must be staged as like part of the film. And then I found out it was just her in her bedroom doing her self-tape, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good. And then I saw the film. That bit was in it, and I was like, geez, that's crazy. Like, it's gone all that way. She's fantastic in it. It's a really interesting film. Like, me and Ray loved it when we saw it, and it stuck with me. It's like, it's a sort of a bit of a cerebral viewing of a film. Interestingly enough, you become quite like detached, desensitized watching it, because but it's sort of meant to be that way. It's designed very much, I think, for you to view it like it's got a lot to do with anatomy in it. And I think in that way that, like, you know, people who study anatomy, especially back in Victorian times, that sort of gothic viewing and wanting to find out bodies and stuff like that, because they hadn't been allowed to for a long time. So opening people up and understanding your body and stuff like this. Like, from afar, you go a bit like, whoa. You kind of watch the whole thing like, God, so interesting.
So funny.
But it's also hilarious as well. Mark Ruffalo is doing a phenomenal,
He's
funny
in it as
job.
well. Yes, he's one of my favorites.
And this actor
as well.
Rami, who has his own show called Rami, that Ray loves, he's really good in it. An almost flawless British accent by an American actor, which is quite difficult. I've seen most films, you can almost always pick it up. I'm sure that when we do American accents, it gets picked up. But I mean, sorry to all Americans out there for British people constantly getting cast as Americans.
It's where I'm from.
But yeah, really good film. How did we get on to that?
We were just talking about stuff we've made, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, yeah. So
Stuff
you
we've
did,
seen.
this is, we've spoken about what I've been up to, what you've been up to.
Oh no, we were speaking about that she had done a self-tape for one of it. I can't remember why we got into this. We were just talking about films, as you do as actors sometimes.
Yeah, man, no, those start
but
talking
we
about
can,
films, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Here in Antarctica, I am constantly reminded that the cold embrace of death is never far away.
Now, what you don't understand is everyone likes a drink.
What the hell is this? I like it.
Need the camera on my face.
Whoa, now, macaroni.
Tastes good, isn't it?
You should slow down. You have drank far too much of that, Paul,
Cheers.
and should stop.
Oh, it's good food.
I'll be coming home for Christmas. I'll make my way to you. I'll swim across the big old blue. It's been too long since I've seen you. I'll be coming home for Christmas to see my penguina. Cross the oceans, brave the seas, and when I reach your rock, I will hop all the way to the top. I'm gonna hop all the way to you. Hop up the mountain just to be close to the things that you closer to you. Christmas time's for me and you.
Before Christmas last year,
Mm-hmm.
we decided with this is obviously this is how Frisky Half Speed works.
Yeah.
And this is why we called Frisky Half Speed.
And here's the rub. Frisky Half Speed doesn't work. It's not supposed to.
So Frisky Half Speed is our theatre production company.
And film. And
film
music.
company.
It's just
And
a
music.
production company.
It's just what we are.
It's
are
just
Frisky Half
just
Speed.
bros
And I'll explain.
getting together, making stuff.
And I'll explain because our old drama tutor actually didn't like the name, and I'll explain why I love to get the name.
Why I love to get frisky.
Frisky Half Speed, it's self-explanatory, but the way we work,
It's
is
not
like
self-explanatory at all. Anyone who doesn't know what it is would be like, "What the hell is
I'll
that?"
explain it now, man.
Go on, explain yourself.
The way we work is basically we decide that we're gonna do 2 shows, and we've got a month to put them together. That's Frisky Half Speed. We decided to make a Christmas special for
Very meta.
Christmas. And we had 3 weeks to pull it together, but we only
Essentially.
did it during like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2.5, because like I was there one of the evenings just to record my bit, and then
Yes.
you stayed on to record a few bits, and then we did 2 nights.
Yeah,
after
essentially
that.
we recorded all the songs,
Yeah.
which we had done a year before,
Yeah, but not
and-
recorded them. But
No.
we had done the show before. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had the
I'm gonna
songs,
make some
we
more tea
recorded
if you
them,
want.
go for it. We recorded the songs and then decided we were going to make a Christmas special in the style of the Beach Boys and various other sort of like the Star Wars Christmas special that they did in the 70s. They were quite a popular thing in the 60s and 70s. And we also wanted to do it in the sort of filmmaking documentary style that Get Back by the Beatles and Peter Jackson was done. And essentially made up this whole thing. It worked pretty well, I think, to a point. Like, I showed it to my family at Christmas, and the first 10 minutes they're watching it, people are blown away by like, oh my god, like they've executed exactly what they wanted to do, which even when I was when we were recording, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Like, are people going to get that this is, because it's such a meta idea that it's penguins and penguins of, they're penguins of the South Pole that make music because they're jealous of the guys in the North Pole that get to do Christmas, so we're doing our own Christmas.
They get all the glory.
Yeah, but then also we're
Fuckers.
framing that in a what's his name, German guy style documentary.
What's his name? Halbert Goldschlag? No.
It's so far away from what it is.
Liechtenstein?
No.
Isn't it Herbert?
But why? No.
No, it's because his name is Hans. Where were we?
Anyway, I basically explained
Look,
what penguins is.
Oh fuck.
Penguins are small birds with webbed feet that are unable to do flight. What's his name? Can we pull that up? Werner Herzog.
Yes, that's why I was like
But-
something with
why?
something with H. Herbert. I said Herbert.
Herbert Herzog, of course.
Werner Herzog.
It's of course it's me, Herbert Herzog,
Yeah.
and I'm making the documentaries about the penguins and how they are waddling away. They're making no sense. It's a situation that doesn't make sense, but here it is, and we are going to write it and act it and perform it for Christmas. We will promote it. Whether or not people will see it, whether they like it, we don't know. It's out there constantly on the internet waves, being surfed by the penguins. Not the penguins of Madagascar, but the penguins of the South Pole, named Ringo.
Bingo.
Anyway, yeah. It will now be a short clip of that, probably.
Yeah.
North Pole
It's a shame we didn't
celebration.
have
Anyway,
a
yep.
camera on you, but so we did that, and then we released that for Christmas. But that's the thing, like Frisbee Heartbeat, as we do it, it's always the last minute. So it wasn't. It could have been, marketed in a different way.
Yes, but marketing isn't our strong point.
We fucking suck.
Yeah, we really suck.
Yeah.
We stink at marketing.
But
So
it
if
was,
anybody out there
yeah.
likes marketing,
Yeah.
it's something that I think requires a lot of skill and time and stuff.
If there's any marketers
Skill and
out
time
there,
that actors who are already
who'd
giving.
like to work with us in the future,
Yep.
please send your deets to the link below.
Remember to smash that subscribe and like button. Turn on notifications.
When you look into the penguin's eyes, you see nothing but blank and complete stupidity. His mind as empty as the vast frozen landscape that he lives in.
Sometimes I don't even know how to drum.
Totally. But my point is that the Pascals are fine.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way.
Every December, Christmas time, I get a visit from a friend of mine. He's a friend of yours too. Riding a wave when the tide tide is high, surfing a whale, he arrives in style. He's bringing cheers for you. He's not like any other. He's Santa's brother. Whoa, Saint Rick. Whoa, Saint Rick. Just like Santa, but not as old. And he lives right here on the South Pole. He doesn't have a sleigh. He serves on killer whales. When Christmas comes around, relax, hang loose, Saint Rick is in town.
Bingo!
We wished or hoped. It was mainly, well, you'd already gone to Scotland by the time, and then Johan was going back to Sweden. I was the only one left in London, and then I edited mine, and then Johan was editing the Christmas special. We were doing that at the same time, and then basically we didn't have time, and then I was sat on like Christmas, the 24th, so Christmas Eve, but like during the morning because we celebrate on the 24th, so we had plans, but in the morning I went up to you don't live there, to the boys in Muswell Hill.
Yeah.
Because he got me his key, and then I was editing the last bit.
Oh man,
and then
forgot
I
about this.
rendered it, and I rendered it in Johan's folder, and then he was like, it still hasn't come up. Are you sure you rendered it? I'm like, I'm 100% sure. I double checked like 4 times. I came back the next day, because that was like the earliest I could come back was the next morning, and his memory was, speaking of full memories and everything, it was full on his computer, so the thing hadn't sent, so I had to like delete loads of stuff, and then eventually we got it out on the 25th.
Good.
So it's out there, and then I'll see if I can chuck in the other one in this episode. You can watch that as well. It's Christmas, but it's quite fun.
Yeah. I thought it worked well in the end.
And it will be fun to do something like that.
I mean, our aim
was like with cricket, but do it as an act, like in a 2-hour long documentary.
That would be really cool as well.
Cricket.
I mean, our aim this year is kind of, we still need to meet a bit more, but like the aim is to just, I think with putting things out, because we're so used to doing things theatre style, so like we know the time it takes, we know what we need to do, because we're very used to that in the way that we've trained and worked together for a long time. So I guess like then what we're kind of veering towards now is like it's much easier to just get an idea, do it, and that's also the kind of the way that things work, especially within social media these days. Like you have a lot of content creators who they are very prolific at coming up with an idea, executing it very quickly on their phone, and then putting it out there and consistently getting stuff out there so that they get seen. So it takes a lot, especially if you're a group. I think if you're on your own, then you can just do this stuff as if and when.
Let me just check how it goes.
It's okay. Pascal is about to be replaced by a teaspoon.
A few seconds to go here on the video. Well, with Frisky, I think I don't know how much we're gonna spoil here at the long game. But yeah, we had some discussions with both yourself and Johan and Floki, who are sort of like it's us who are the Bob and a gang, I call us.
Bob and a gang.
No, we call ourselves Bob and a gang.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of like an idea that came from when we did Bob and the Gang as the theatre production.
Yes.
As a little test, we kind of like we briefly skimmed through it. I think on a few podcasts away. We mentioned it in passing, I think, but we did the show as a test just for ourselves. We invited just some close friends. It was not more than like 10 people in the audience, I think. because it was more for us to try something out, but we just kind of wanted to have someone in the audience as well. So it's not just like us stopping and trying to.
Yeah.
We just wanted to like do the show as well.
We kind of made like our own, filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, it was kind of that,
soundstage thing that
yeah.
looked. It was quite heavily inspired by the Friends
Like a
set
living
and
room.
what we could do in that.
Yeah.
Essentially,
It's all
it's
adding up.
the idea is it's like we had lots of written work that we kind of didn't know where to put it. And we have spoken about this before, I'm aware, so I won't like talk about it way too much. But essentially, it's like we want to go for like a kind of sitcom style setting where it's us just as actors, writers, directors. And with every kind of idea that comes up for us, all like random tangent we go on, a sketch comes out of it, which is obviously going to be pre-rehearsed and recorded, that it kind of just works in seamlessly into like, we'll just be talking and then randomly go into like, oh, I remember this time my girlfriend went to Bahrain, and then we start singing.
That's right, yeah. So a bit like, well, basically got some ideas to do this show, but film it instead.
Yeah.
And make some fun content, like use some of our own writing, use some of writing that's, you know, and someone else has written, because we are not geniuses.
Yes, send stuff in if you want to get involved, then that'd be really cool. For instance, I would do like crossword on there, a little bit of Sheeran.
A little bit of Sheeran.
A little bit of Sheeran I need to go back to.
A
little bit of Sheeran in the sun, a little bit of crossword all night long.
A little bit of Ambassador on Eyes is all I need.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah, we'll leave you at that maybe, just so that you, few viewers that we have, don't go away and spoil life.
Keep your interest provoked.
Yeah. Hi Mum, thanks for watching.
Are we down, bang? No, it's alright.
And then the long game, similar. Just like, I think, you know.
I mean, I guess it's
doing
also a
some
good
fun
way to
stuff,
like,
and
if we can keep the podcast going a bit more consistently, because we've been taking quite big breaks in between, mainly because of projects and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's also a good way to advertise kind of what's to come, and also point attention towards anything that anyone else is doing if you want to. We're always happy to give you a shout out. And kind of like, keep everybody in the loop of what's going on. I think like we should aim to keep doing that.
So with that being said, thanks for listening to the long game.
And thank you for watching, if you're watching any of the videos that we've been recording so expertly today. Yes, I've been Milo Maris.
And I have been Pascal Perico. And this
has been the long game. For God's sake.
My God.
They have gathered here for one purpose only, a matter of utmost importance, a matter of life and death.
And let it slide. Hey, waddle,
I got a new kind of walk that I'm taking in stride.
Yeah, she's gonna waddle.
It's cool cat dance called the waddle and slide.
Yeah, she's gonna slide.
Follow my lead, it's easy to do.
I like it.
I believe it's tea.
Tea. Oh, I don't want none of that. My fans can't see me having that.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to Christmas time here in the South Pole, we don't want to drink just our normal ice water.
Oh.
So now, what we drink is brown ice water.
Brown ice water
Have a
is
little-
made with 100%
Have a little swig of that.
fecal matter left
Come on,
on
Hugo,
snow
have a
and
little
left
swig.
on milk. Hope you enjoy. Seagull crap this year. A big old fell. Let's take that one
Hey,
again.
don't
will
you?
you?
You don't
All
need
right.
help.
Wonderful.
And now, okay.